Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another um morning of coffee and conversations with Whisky Blu and friends. And as you all know, we were not here on yesterday because I had some doctor's appointments, and some days I'm able to control everything over here, and some days I'm not, but today I still want to say welcome. We're glad to have you here with us again on a Thursday morning. And yesterday we were not here because I had doctor's appointments that started at, I had to leave out the house at 6:30, Veronica, yesterday. So that's why we were unable to come on yesterday. Um, but how are you doing, Veronica?
I'm doing fantastic.
You are doing fantastic. Well, guess what? I'm doing fantabulous.
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right. So, yes, it is good to be here. And the reality is that there's a lot that's going on in my life, but God is good. As I get ready for surgery on next week, we're in the countdown. I'm about, um, what's that, 6 days away now from my surgery. So Wednesday, next Wednesday, we will not be here again. And that's because I have surgery on next Wednesday morning. So hopefully we'll be able to be with you on Tuesday. Then I won't be with you. We won't be with you on Wednesday. But as long as I've recovered well by Thursday is the second, right? I believe it is. As
Yeah.
long as I'm recovered by Thursday and able to sit up, then we'll be back on Thursday. And we'll know what all happened or whatever I went through on Wednesday with my surgery. I was sitting here getting my while we were before we went live. Just to say, I'm right now I'm dealing with a diabetes thing as well. I was always my A1C was always stayed down around about 6.5, and so I wasn't on medication at all. And I never wanted to be on and a good morning to you, Pat. I never wanted to be on metformin or anything like that. But then just the other month my A1C hopped all the way up to a 10 point something, you know, and immediately they begin to put me on different forms of insulin. So hopefully this will not be an ongoing thing and I can work with my diet, and everything to get back down my A1C. A part of my A1C rising is because of the type of treatment that I'm on as well, which can affect, because the solution that they run into my peritoneal, my abdomen, excuse me, every night as I do peritoneal dialysis is a dextrose that is sugar based, and so that can have an effect on my A1C level as well. And so I'm going to just keep my glucose levels, you know, as well managed as I can until I'm able to get back out, start walking, start exercising. You know what I mean? I'm trying to eat a little better, and stuff like that as well. So I got these pins ready before we started. I don't know if I'm going to do them while I'm sitting here online with you all, or whether I'll wait until after we go off live. But just talking, I'm sure there's some others out there that deal with diabetes, and weight control issues and everything like that as well. And let's encourage one another. There's so many people that's dealing with different things, Veronica, and we have to encourage one another. I'm gonna ask you a question, so get ready to speak. You know, so that's what I'm going through, and I have to work on doing things that have better health. And the good part is that I don't look like what I'm going through. So when you look at me or people see me on the street, they would never know the medical and health challenges that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis unless I tell them, you know. And but what do you think about us being more encouraging of one another as we go through these different challenges?
Yeah, we gotta encourage one another because I know a lot of people going through different things. I'm going through like different things because my doctor want me to walk and to exercise.
Okay,
Yeah, I have to do a lot of walking and exercising. Want me to lose weight.
okay. Well, guess what? How about you're down in Gonzales, Louisiana? I'm
Yeah,
up in Champaign, Urbana, you know, and you have time. I have time. So we may have to start walking in the morning,
yep,
maybe either after the show, or we might have to figure out how to do the show while we're walking.
yeah. While we walking,
You know what I'm saying? But hey, let's make it happen, and let's do some things on physical fitness and do some things on health, you know, and medical stuff, and let's encourage one another to let's get together because listen, this is a platform that we really focus on love, respect, kindness, peace, and unity. And there are so many other people who are content creators that have and are doing content based upon different things. It seemed like people who do a lot of negative content and stuff like that. And we could do that too. I could very well transition from what we're doing to something else that would capture people's attention and everything like that. But I want to stay here for a minute and continue to deal with, you know, doing things that are positive. Let's encourage one another to get fit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to work on that, Veronica. We got
yep.
to work on.
Can I say
Well,
something? I didn't
yeah,
want
of
to
course.
talk, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I don't know how anybody else see you, but in my eyesight, you look good. To say you're going through all kind of things, you look damn good to me. To say you're
What
going through a health challenge.
I thank you so very much for that, Veronica. And you don't know how much that means to somebody, that is going through what you're going through to get that kind of encouragement, from somebody. And especially to get that from you. We sit here together every morning, and we talk about so much stuff while we're live, as well as we talk about things when we are off the air, and I appreciate that. Today, some days I get so scruffy with his hair all over my face, and some days I'm like this, but ultimately I feel good, and as I was saying earlier, I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through or what I'm going through. You hear a lot of people say I don't look like what I've been through, but I'm grateful to God that I don't look like what I'm going through, because I could be going through what I'm going through and I could be looking broke, busted, and disgusted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I do my best to keep a smile on my face, to keep joy in my heart, to operate in peace, to show love, and and show respect to other people and kindness to other people while I walk through this thing. But thank you very much for sharing with me that I look damn good.
yes,
Yep. So we have been talking about energy vampires this week. And we've said a lot about energy vampires. And you all can go back and look at some of the other shows or the other podcasts that we've done this week on energy vampires. I don't know that I want to actually continue to deal with it, but just know that there is a such thing as NG vampires, and you have to protect your space. You have to listen. You just need to protect you and protect your space and everything that, and not allow people to come into your space and interrupt that. And if you find yourself dealing with an energy vampire, then you may need to detach from them. That may not mean that you can't talk to them at all, but you may need to limit your communication and your time with them with energy vampire. And that's really what we want to establish this week, right, Veronica? Is there anything else that you have that you want to say about energy vampires, Veronica? Because you may have pulled some more stuff. And I know sometimes I ask you questions and then there's a space and a gap between coming back, and I think it may be a delay in our
Yeah,
communication. So when I do say something and you don't speak right away, that's why I keep talking until you start speaking to keep the air from being silent.
like don't feel the need to be the therapy when you're dealing with them like that,
Uh
or
huh.
to
Don't
fix
feel the need to what?
to be the therapy or fix their problem. They have to fix it their own self.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right. That's a good one. And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because that's one of the things that I'm challenged with because I'm a fixer. You
yeah,
know, I love helping to fix people. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And that's why it can be a challenge for me detaching from an energy vampire. But what you just said is so on point. You know, I cannot feel the need to fix everybody. And that's been a challenge for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm better at detaching myself and setting boundaries and everything. Was there something else you had to say,
And I seen
Veronica?
one. It was one you got to learn how to say no. Yeah, you have to learn how to say
Gotta
no.
learn,
How to say no.
gotta learn. Wow, gotta learn how to say no. Um, Pat said, "Me too," but I'm learning. You know, Pat, I'm learning too. I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but we have to learn how to say no. And there's so many people out there that deals with this. You know, getting attached to energy vampires and not knowing how to detach and becoming therapists, you know. But as Pat said in the chat room, we can't take ownership of other people's issues and problems. We
Yeah.
have enough issues and problems of our own. And
Mhm.
it's good to want to be there for other people, but if you constantly there for others while you know trying to handle and deal with other people's issues and problems and our own personal issues and problems are not being dealt with, and then eventually our cup is going to run dry and we're not even going to be able to give to others anyhow. And the reality is, they will go find another cup to draw from. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful. You know, as we go through life, focus on ourselves, take care of ourselves,
Yeah.
love ourselves. You know what I mean? And when people ask us questions, because I had an issue just last week, right here live. You know, where someone asked me a question live on the air and I answered them, but I was not totally honest. I wasn't honest at all because I was protecting their feelings. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
need to be honest. And if I had been honest earlier in the week when they asked me off the air, then I wouldn't have been challenged with them asking me the same question on the air and me giving them another answer that did not was not really me being truthful, you know. And so I have to be better about that too. And so just to people that are out there, listen, I'm one of those people. I'm like, ask me anything. You know what I'm saying? I personally have nothing to hide. You can ask me anything about myself, and I will give you the answer and tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? But then I have an issue with when people ask me questions, about themselves, where I'm protecting their feelings. But I want to add this on to me saying that I have nothing to hide. I'm also going to say when you ask me a question, expect me to tell you the truth. And I'm going to tell you the truth, so make sure you can handle the answer that I give, because I'm going to be working even harder on myself to tell the truth. I'm not going to spare people's feelings. When you ask me hard questions, I will try to be just gentle with you, because I'm just a person that loves peace and kindness. But if you want me in your life as a friend, you know what I'm saying? People that are watching this, because I have some great people in my life. I'm grateful for Pat. Pat is my bestie. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for Veronica, you know what I mean, in my life. Good people, other people I have as well in my village or in my circle. But if you come into my life, then know that you come into the life of somebody that's going to tell you the truth. If you ask me how do I look in this and I don't personally like it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you the truth. If you ask me, do I look fat? I'm going to say, yes, you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'll try to be kind about it and respectful, but I'm going to give you the truth to the question. And I want people in my life that tell me the truth as well. I mean, I don't always want to hear what you're saying, but I want you to tell me the truth. All right,
Yep, you can tell me.
Veronica,
You can tell me the truth about myself. I can handle it. I can
that's
handle it.
what's up.
Yep, I can
That's
handle
what's up. So, let's. You have some inspiration for us today.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Veronica has some inspiration. We're about to transition over into our inspirational moment with Veronica Nicholas, and I want to say I know Pat ain't on because Pat works so hard, so she's unable to really be with us live and everything. But hopefully one day when she's off, we can get on. Pat likes to be in the background. You know what I'm saying? She don't like this stuff here like this so much. She'll watch it, but she don't necessarily want to be a part of it. But she's a great personality, that's for sure. So now we're gonna go into inspirational moment with Veronica Nicholas. We're ready, Veronica.
Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is keep going. When the road is long and you feel tired, remind yourself why you started. You are not alone. You are stronger than your struggles and you are growing into someone even more beautiful through every challenge. Good things come to those who wait. Better things come to those who don't give up, and the best things come to those who just believe.
You are stronger than your struggles. So if you all out there know this, you may be going through some struggles. I'm going through some struggles, but we are stronger than our struggles. And what else did it say, Veronica?
You are stronger than your struggles, and you are growing into someone even more beautiful through every challenge.
Yes. Yes. I love that. I love that. I love that. And so thank you for that inspirational moment today, Veronica. We appreciate you every morning that you give us our inspirational moment and that you're part of this coffee and conversations with Whiskey Blue and friends. And those of you that are out there, we invite you to share with us. We're going to keep working. You know what I mean? Right now, we come on. Yes, go ahead, Veronica.
I can't I can't tell Pat nothing but tell her I say thank her for the one she had said. I love that Veronica. Tell her I say she is so very welcome.
Well, guess what? She hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she put in the chat, and you just said that she's responded. I don't even have to tell her. She actually heard you saying it. You know. So you all, we're gonna work on this because we know that we come on pretty early. It's 8 o'clock in Louisiana when we come on. It's
Yeah,
9 o'clock in the East Coast, and then there are other times that's even earlier in other places, and
yeah,
people have to work. So some people haven't been on that would probably at least be on and watch us live, but it's been difficult because they work, and we come on every morning. So um, we'll see what we're going to do. We may move coffee and conversation to the evening at some point, as opposed to coming on so early in the morning. We're trying it out to find out what works best for coffee and conversation. And we want as many people to be able to be a part of it live when we're
right.
going live. So we may need to move it to the evening. You know what I'm saying? So people can be a part of it. But we'll keep doing it until we figure it out. All right. Maybe one day we'll try out an evening version because people drink coffee in the evening as well. You know what I'm saying? Or we may give it another name and do something in the evening. We will figure it out. But in the meantime, we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone that have joined us, that has been a part. Please do me a favor and like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share it with other people and let them know about Coffee and Conversation. Even if you can't be with us live, then maybe come on and watch the archive versions and share with your friends to help us to build this platform, and share it with other people, even if they can't be with us live. We love you all. We appreciate you. Veronica, what you got to say?
Everybody have a terrific rest of the day.
Everybody have a terrific rest of your day, and we thank all of you. I like that. Pat just actually gave us
Yeah,
a deal. Maybe we can call it tea in the evening.
yeah.
That could be great as well.
It
You
got a
know,
ring to it.
go ahead, Veronica.
It got a good ring to it when she say tea in the evening.
Yep, it does. So we're going to be working it out, as we continue to expand this platform. We love you all. We appreciate you. You all have a great day. And I'm going to put this one right up real quick just to say it's hard working over here, being the tech and everything. But thank you all.